Edson Arantes do Nascimento. Most of you know him as Pele, the great soccer legend. He accomplished many things in his career, and in this video, you will understand how it fits this year's NHD theme of taking a stand in history. Let's dive right in.
Pele is an idol to many up-and-coming soccer players who need someone to look up to. He is considered one of the best soccer players in history ever. To do that, you really have had to have taken a stand for yourself. One of the things that he had to fight through was racism. In his time, racism was still a big issue, and to become one of the top while being black was very hard in his time. His skills were spectacular and no defender could stop him. He always carried his team to victory. He really took a stand.
Pele had a struggle for everything he had. He was born on October 23, 1940, in Minas Gerais, Brazil. He was born into a very poor family. His mother was Celestia Arantes, who did not have a job, and his father, also a soccer player, was João Ramos do Nascimento, who played for minimum wage. He also had a brother and a sister. He grew up so poor that to practice the sport that he loved, he had to play barefoot, and instead of a ball, he had to get a sock and stuff rags into it. So imagine how hard it was for him to get from there to later become a world-class soccer player. His story really inspires other poor kids in the countries all around the world to know that they can also achieve their goals, even if they seem almost impossible to reach.
Knowing that Pele is one of the greatest players to ever play, he must have done something, right? Well, Pele in his career has scored 1,281 goals in his 22 years. He was part of the Brazilian national team, winning 3 World Cups and scoring 12 international goals. He created a bicycle kick and caused a ceasefire in the Nigerian Civil War for 48 hours, just because they wanted to see him play. Pele got chosen to play on the Brazilian national team only at the age of 17. In his first World Cup, he scored the winning goal in the quarterfinals of the 1958 World Cup against Wales, moving the Brazilians forward to the semifinals. In the semifinals, he also scored 3 goals, moving the Brazil towards the final, and once again he scored 3 goals to win Brazil the World Cup.
When it comes to the topic about racism, Pele has one simple answer. Yes, it is bad, and it should stop. But people who are affected by it should not let themselves be affected by it. So people who are doing the taunting and not being very civilized will stop since they see that they are not getting a reaction. He's an iconic athlete figure, and when he says something about racism, chances are a lot of people will follow him in what he tells people to do. Pele's first wife was a white woman, which once again helps to show him breaking the ethnicity barrier. Pele is a great example of an athlete who is black, showing the athlete how to battle racism. And people should continue following his steps.
Pele was very important to Brazil's national team. Without him, they could have not done much. Pele encouraged his soccer team to always be the best they could, and he never let them down. In fact, the Brazilian government thought that Pele was so important, they declared him as a national treasure, basically making him not able to move to any other team outside of Brazil. Because they knew he was so important, they didn't want to lose him. This is a great example of how good and important Pele was to Brazil as a soccer player and as a figure. And now, enjoy 1 minute of Pele's spectacular goals and skills in tribute to his striking career.
Pele, soccer will always go together, no matter how long from now it is. Pele is one of the most iconic and most important soccer figures in the history of the sport. He is a great role model for kids, even adults, all around the world in teaching them how to deal with everyday problems, like racism and poverty. Pele is also someone to give hope to poor kids around the world that are like Pele when he was a kid. Kids who don't have anything to live for, except hope for a better life in the future that keeps them going. Just like Pele, they can practice their hardest and maybe get accepted onto any sports team, not even have to be soccer. to start making a little weekly pay just to help out their family, and maybe, just maybe, to later go on to become one of the world's best. A great example of someone in today's soccer world is Neymar Jr. He was also very poor, just like Pele, but kept on practicing until he became one of the world's most well-known soccer players, just like Pele. I guess the thing that Pele spreads to everybody is hope that everything can always get better and that you should never give up. Pele was very special in his time, from a poor boy to becoming a world-class soccer player, showing that he took a stand in history, and like one of his most famous quotes, to help people know how to become one of the most successful. Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do.